Hello everyone, this is Model Gaming Show episode 42 for the week of September 2nd, 2018. I'm your host, GWFawkes. For tonight's editorial, I want to discuss the curious way in which Rockstar is marketing Red Dead Redemption 2. This has been my most anticipated game since it was announced. I think it's going to be a masterpiece. I think it's going to be an easy 10. And with that being said, I want to play devil's advocate, come at this from someone who's never heard of it or played the franchise before. Please note that the release date has been pushed back twice so far, but it looks as though it's going to make its scheduled release on October 26th of this year. As of today, Rockstar has released 3 official trailers for Red Dead, the first on October 20th, 2016, which was the announcement trailer, next on September 28th, 2017, third on May 2nd, 2018, and then on August 9th of this year, they released an extended gameplay footage with more to come before release. On Thursday, September 6th, Rockstar released 24 character posters and revealed plot details to The Hollywood Reporter. I don't want to discuss that here. I don't want to know. The posters started with Dutch van der Linde, the leader of the gang, and ended with Arthur Morgan, the protagonist. Each poster included a quote that was either cool or described the character, my favorite of which is from Hosea Matthews, which says, "I wish I had acquired wisdom at less of a price." That leaves just over 1.5 months before release, and it makes me wonder when they're actually going to start marketing this game on a broader scale. Let's use blockbuster movies as an analogy, since this is a blockbuster game. Most movies will announce the release date 2 to 3 years out before they're making it. Then 9 months to a year out, they'll have a teaser that's just showing spectacle and letting you know, hey, the movie's coming out soon. About 3 months out, a final trailer that is usually more plot-based is released to give you an idea of the random story, and the marketing really kicks up then. About 45 days out, you got posters up everywhere, billboards, the trailers playing in every movie, theater. 5-second ads are all over YouTube, and 15 to 30-second TV spots are on TV. This is just to make sure it reaches the broadest audience possible. To compare, Rockstar released its third trailer about 6 months out, its first extended look 3 months out, and some character posters on Twitter 45 days out. In my opinion, they're pretty arrogant right now in the assumption that what they've released so far has been enough. They're relying too much on their name and the success of Grand Theft Auto. This game isn't going to sell 90 million units, let alone a third of that, of what GTA sold, and especially the way they've been parsing out information. I think Rockstar needs to take a page from CD Projekt Red and show the game. What they're doing isn't enough, and what I think they're going to continue to do isn't going to be enough. On a previous episode, I said that it seemed like Rockstar is repeating what they did with the first game, and while that's not necessarily a bad tactic, the gaming landscape has changed a lot in the last 8 years, and I don't think it's having nearly the same effect. For most people that were already in, the response has been tepid and like, cool. 20-minute behind closed doors for GameStop employees was mostly described as boring, and while I realize there's context with that, that's not what you want to hear 50 days before release. My assumption is that over the next 7 weeks, they will release 3 more pieces of marketing. In a week or two, the next gameplay, 2 to 3 weeks after that, the next gameplay, and a week or two before launch, the final hype trailer, which is going to be very much like the first trailer, but with gameplay and all the elements thrown in. As a new customer, with what they've shown, so far there's really little gauging my interest. 3 story trailers and 1 basic gameplay trailer isn't really capturing my attention, especially considering the holiday season is loaded with titles like Spider-Man, Dragon Quest, Tomb Raider, FIFA, NBA, Forza, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Smash Brothers. That's 10 huge releases over the next 4 months, and that's not even including smaller games, but really good games like Hitman, Just Cause, Life is Strange, Mega Man, Super Mario Party, Fallout 76, Pokemon. As of right now, there's games that have been released and that are coming that have shown better than Red Dead Redemption 2 and look more interesting. That's a huge problem for Rockstar, and when they release a game every year, they could get away with that, but now they're releasing a game every 5 years, and with that much effort on one game, I wish that they were doing more to sell Red Dead as this big spectacle, and I don't like how they're acting like Red Dead is GTA, because it's not. My hope is that there's a lot of stuff they aren't showing and that they're holding back, and I hope the online is incredible. My fear is that this is just a bigger, prettier version of Red Dead, and while that fear would produce one of the best games of the generation, it's just going to feel a bit underwhelming. Some new releases. that came out this week, the aforementioned Spider-Man and Dragon Quest getting an 88 and 90 respectively. Big games. THQ Nordic, the recently formed studio making Darksiders 3, bought the IP of Kingdoms of Amalur from 38 Studios. While that game was a good game, it just seems like an odd purchase since it had lackluster sales, and the original studio borrowed $75 million from Rhode Island, which it couldn't pay back. I'm really hoping they got a good deal on that. Some movie news. Henry Cavill has been cast as Geralt of Rivia, and everyone has their opinions. I think he's going to do a great job, and I'm interested to see how this series turns out. He's a fan, and he's played The Witcher 3. That's already good, right? Anthem's going to have post-launch DLC, and it's going to be free, which is cool considering this is coming from EA, but you know there's going to be microtransactions coming out and a bunch of stuff to pay for anyways, so great. Finally, the Nintendo Direct that I was going to talk about and was going to be tonight's main story was postponed because there was a huge earthquake on September 6th that hit Japan, and along with the typhoon Jebi that's hitting Japan, they're just getting hit by some hard weather. I really hope that all ceases soon and Japan recovers quickly. That's going to be it for tonight. Quick episode. Thank you all for watching, and make sure to catch me every Sunday night for this show, 7 o'clock, and Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for my streams. Have a good night.